Five, four, three, two.
Here we go, here we go. This is so show on the radio. Here we go, here we go. This is so show on the radio.
What up, what up, what up, what up? It's the guy that never lies as I have to say so. What's good? Welcome to Say So Radio, episode 4. And today I have my first guest on the Say So Radio show. He interviewed me on his platform. Now I'm going to return the favor and interview him on my platform. He's a rap artist. He's an independent business owner. He's a great guy, man. He gave me an opportunity to sit down in his studio and do an interview with him, and I want to just thank him because he's the first person to actually give me my first live interview. He goes by the name of Moultrie. I said it right?
Nah, it's Moultrie.
Moultrie.
Yeah, Moultrie, like Mo trees.
You got a name by Moultrie because he blow a lot of trees. Moultrie, smoke. That's,
No, I don't smoke a lot though. I do a little stuff.
man, let's give him a round of applause before we even start off.
Yeah.
So now you can introduce yourself and how you want to be represented.
I'm Moultrie of Crazy Music Entertainment. I'm CEO of Crazy Music Entertainment. I'm a music artist, also a music producer and songwriter as well. Been doing it for like over 10 to 15 years, somewhere up there, it's in the high numbers. But yeah, I've been doing it for that long, and you know what I'm saying, my style of music, it ranges because I'm a producer, so I really don't like to be in a box. I like to think that I can create all kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
So that's pretty much what it is. So Moultrie.
Y'all heard that. Y'all heard what he said. More trees, baby. More trees. More trees. All right, let's get started, man. So let's start from the origins of it, man. When did you first discover your love for music, and what made you want to pursue this as a career?
Ooh, well, I always had a love for music. I used to like write. I told this story a few times. I used to like write my favorite artists' rhymes down, especially like the fast rapping ones, like the Bone Thugs and Harmony and all them back in the day. Since I used to write all the little rhymes down and everything and try to recite them. So that's when I knew I had a love for it. I used to love creating like mixes, love mixes for the ladies and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then my sister boyfriend at the time, he was into rap, and he brought along FL Studio, and he introduced me to that platform, and that's when I learned that I can actually create my own music, and that was like back in high school. So
Right.
that's what kind of started that.
Okay, okay, okay. See, when I was starting with my music, I wasn't in tune with Fruity Loops that much because I was scared,
Okay.
but I had to learn it. Because I started off with Hip Hop EJ. If y'all don't know about Hip Hop EJ, it was a disc you had to put on your hard drive, on your computer, and it was like,
Uh-huh.
and you would just put them together, and it would make a beat, and we would make.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that.
It was
Dang.
simple, like Fruit Loops. You got your drums, kits, you got your
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
kits, you got all that. I wasn't ready for that. I was just more of a loop person, like,
Okay, okay, got you,
and
got
you
you.
would have the horns and stuff. But but like then I graduated to Fruity Loops because I was like, hey, whoa,
See, I ain't even want to do Fruit Loops. I really wanted to use the NPCs and all that. 'Cause that's why I seen like a lot of producers that I like using.
right, right.
But at the time, the only thing I was able to afford was the FL Studio, and honestly, it was probably the best thing, for me because the world changed since then from all the NPCs and all that other stuff. I mean, they probably started there using it, but right now it's so digital. I think I probably made the best choice.
Yeah, it's still cool to use them MPs because my homeboys
For
still
sure.
they bought it. They just infuse it with Fruity Loops, like for sampling.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's like kind of a you win, you win, you win, lose, lose, whatever you prefer, basically.
Yeah, whatever you prefer. I mean, so whatever makes you create, what I'm saying, that's what it is. You feel me? So,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
So let's get it. When was your first time recording in an actual studio? When was your first? And do you remember your first song you recorded?
I want to say the first song was Swerving. I think that's the first song we did. That's the first song we did everything. That's the first video too as well. Me and my partners. I had produced the track. Had them each one of them come in and we recorded the track, and then we re-recorded the track at the studio. So that was my first time going to the studio for Swerving, and that was a long time ago, but it was one of our first videos, best videos. I'm gonna say parts energy wise, because we didn't know nobody that was on set. A lot of the guys just came out there to show love to one of the peoples, and we just turned to be a big clique, rolling weed up, and just had a great time that day. None of us, it was all our first time being in the video, so it was like our first time doing a lot of stuff, and it was just a vibe for some young black men. It was all us, So we was just out there vibing, no violence, just chilling, doing the video. You feel me? So that was a good vibe.
That's good, man. So would you say you learned from having being a part of a group to doing a solo dolo thing? What do you prefer? Do you prefer a team behind you, or do you prefer to do things your way without somebody destroying your creativity? Because sometimes when you're in groups, people be like, "Nah, man, that shit whack. Can't do that.
Yeah, yeah,
Cut that
yeah.
out." And so, what do you prefer? Do you prefer the criticism, not even the criticism, the other people's views on how they view the music, or do you prefer just to let people be creative in their own creative space?
Wow, I mean that's a very good question. 'Cause I experienced them both. I like them both because I like to do my own thing. But as a producer, I love to have talent around me. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of time focus on the sounds, and I like to have some vocals around me. But my experience in the group though was very competitive. It made me into a better rapper, better producer, just better everything because they were such good artists themselves. So which one I prefer? I probably would want to be in a group again, put it that way.
Okay, okay, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't mind having other artists and still choosing to be behind them. I mean, I think at this age and this time in my life, I can actually do that. But far as me being inside of a group type situation, probably not. I like my freedom. Yeah.
I understand, man. Sometimes I like you said, I think it would be both for me because other people's viewpoints, they might see something you don't see about yourself that
Yeah,
could potentially help you. Because
for
like
sure.
sometimes when you just alone and you just do your own thing, you be like you get stuck to that one tunnel vision and
Nah, that's true.
you don't see
That's true.
you don't see like,
That's
oh,
true.
try this, or you switch this up. It might be better. Sometimes I might be like, nah, I ain't
Yeah.
with it, but at the same time, it is what it is.
But see, that's why I like being around other creators. Like we ain't got necessarily be in no group, but to be able to feed off of them and then also hear what they got to say.
Right.
Because a lot of times when I go off on my own, I'm mostly listening to myself or I'm around others that's not creators. So it's like, after a while, it's like it's only my word, my ear, my everything when it's like other point of views and creative point of views out there. So that's why I do like being around other creators because it either inspire me or give me a different outlook that I may respect. All depends on the creator that it's coming from.
Okay.
So
Makes sense. That makes sense. So as far as you being from the state of Georgia, how many celebrity encounters have you interacted with?
well, first of all, I'm actually from Miami, but I do
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
live in no, you good, you good. But since I've been in Georgia though, I have come across I wouldn't say like hand to hand, but I did come across a few like Young Dolph. I came across Young Dolph before he passed inside of a bank, Bank of America to be exact.
Okay.
Benzino, probably close to that same or over in that same area across from the STK restaurant over there in Atlanta.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I seen Benzino, and then I got to meet Pastor Troy. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? One of my favorite rappers coming up though, you know what I'm saying? So and I got to go to the concert. So that was pretty dope.
Okay.
And I would say Princess from Nucky V Buck. There's probably a few more, but Atlanta just full of stars, you
Yeah,
know what I'm
they're
saying? But they
everywhere.
so cool and like chill though, they don't really I don't know, it's a different atmosphere, they just be real chill for the most part, so
Okay, okay. So
yeah.
definitely, this is a good segue. So you're from Miami. So
Yeah.
what made you want to move to Georgia?
It wasn't music. I mean, because everybody go, I'm gonna do music, you know what I'm saying? But it was more so for like opportunity, or like more what it is, something
Opportunity.
for your buck, something. yeah, your opportunity pretty much. You know what I'm saying? When I got here, I seen like it was more like people, minorities, different things like doing stuff,
Right,
having things and look good, family vibes. I seen all the houses, nice cars and different things like that. And I was like, and to me at the time it was affordable. So I was like, yo, this is a good place to raise a family. That's why I was more so thinking because a foundational place.
right, right.
So that's really what I was thinking. And then, you know what I'm saying, of course, once I got settled in, it was about, you know what I'm saying, music and entrepreneurship and stuff like that.
That's good, man. That's good. So when you first moved there, did you like jump in head first in the music game, or did you have to like crawl before you walk? Basically, we gotta like find jobs and like you say, build a foundation and make sure our family's straight. And how was that process before you got to own your own studio and things like that? What was the struggles and trials and tribulations you had to go through in order to succeed at what you got going on now?
Well, I I want to say I was so focused and so locked in, like spiritually with God, like
Right,
it wasn't that hard, you know what I'm saying? I think once I made up my mind, I was finna go on this change because I wanted a house. That was one of the main things, and I wanted more bang for my buck. That's the word I'm looking for. So Atlanta was going to be the place, and I was going to go and drive trucks. So I went to trucking school prior to coming to Atlanta.
okay.
And then that was gonna be my way to get in the house and be able to fund some of the stuff I was gonna do. And then uh, right when I got to the test area, I ended up I failed the test and I ended up quitting because I didn't want to go drive in snow. So I went back down to Miami because I was in Jacksonville. I ended up taking the test again. My homeboy while I was in school was telling me, "Yo, I need you to come to Atlanta because I got a job for you up here, and it's gonna pay you a, like good enough as like as if you was like a truck driver or something like that."
Right,
I'm like, all right, all right, cool. I'm down. So they ended up just I got my CDL down in Miami, and then the next day I think it was I left to Georgia about a weekend, and I had the job. He hooked me up because he working somewhere, got a job. Got here 7 minutes into here. I laid with a family friend, trained with my other friend, and 7 months I had my first house. I owned my first house up here. Got a new car and stuff. Just started building, and then once I got into the house, maybe about a few months after that, maybe probably like half a year, maybe I started trying to get back into the music, get on the scene, go to some open mics, just be supportive to others, perform some, work on another project or some records, so I can go out here and just get out here. So that's pretty much how it went. But it was super easy because I was very locked in. And I mean, spiritually, I mean, I was on a roll. I really want to get back in that mode. To be honest with you, because I feel like I kind of maybe stepped out of it, maybe because I was
nah,
on it.
you ain't stepped out of it, man. If you brought it up, nah, it ain't with nowhere. You still got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Don't knock it. You still got it, man. See, that's good.
I appreciate it.
Most people think they just come out here and just yeah, I'm gonna make it. Like they're not thinking about the process of setting a foundation for yourself and your family as far as getting a regular job and build
Yeah.
what you did and like getting money, staying focused, keeping God first, focusing.
Hmm.
You got a tunnel vision for something, you do it. All these goals
Yeah.
being met, and then you're like, done it. Now it's time to get back to what I love. See,
Yeah, for sure.
that's the type of stories I like to hear, man. Because most people be like they give up. I've seen so many people come and give up because it's not planned out the way they think it's supposed to be planned out, or
For sure.
they're not even giving enough effort or even having faith. They're just giving up.
Yeah.
They just give
Yeah, for sure.
back like it's like man, fuck it. If I can't, if it ain't gonna never happen. Like nah,
Yeah.
you go back home and what do the same thing, and then
Man,
what?
the plan is the plan, I feel. You know what I'm saying? When you got a plan for what you're finna do, I mean, any kind of, you know what I'm saying, directions you take, whether you have to go relocate, go get a job here, I think all that should still be around the plan. Like it's a part of the plan for you getting to where you're trying to get to. You haven't grabbed the job, do this, get this to do this because I need this to work for this. Like that's how I look at it. Like it all gotta play a part to get me to what I'm doing.
Hell yeah.
So,
People like I said, people don't think like that. Not everybody think like that. They think it's instant gratification, and that's it. Like they look at
got you.
They look at these people on TV and think that's the way it's supposed to be. But man, we don't know. Like people only see people's success. They don't see their struggle. So
For sure.
they'll never know, man. So shit. But anyway,
For sure.
back to the topic. So with you doing all this, when was the first time you purchased your studio? When what year, date that happened, and how excited was you when you got it done?
Oh no, no, I'm not a studio owner.
Oh
You
no.
know what I'm saying? Nah. I mean, I work out of studios.
Oh,
You know what
I'm
I'm
sorry.
saying?
I thought you owned
Go
it.
go ahead.
I thought.
No. I don't. I really like you put me in any situation, especially now as I've gotten older. Even if it's like I won't say like an open mic, but something like that. I'm starting to look at open mics the same way. Well, anything you kind of got to make it yours. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it as it's yours.
I
You
got
know what I'm saying? So if I go there and start working, to me, I'm gonna run it. And I think if I run it that way, it still it markets the place I'm working out of for one, and it brings business. I feel so.
you. Okay, yeah,
So
that
I
makes
mean, if you thought that was mine, great. I guess I'm doing a great job.
yeah,
But
that makes
no, you know what I'm
real.
saying. One day though, one day I will choose to go ahead and probably own my own space like that. But not yet, not yet.
Okay, I got you. I got you. My bad. My bad. People, everybody see that man marketing. I thought that was his shit. So shit.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, but I thank you though because it's probably coming. So you know what I'm saying. I take it all. I appreciate it.
hey. Man, most definitely, bro. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's good. Look, like you said, you fooled the hell out of me. Shit, fooled the hell out
You-
of me. Shit. So let's get back to you doing your own podcast. Like, what made you want
yeah.
to start doing that? Like, did you just happen to just think about it? Like, hey, I'm gonna start doing podcasts, or you just felt that I'm gonna do something intertwined with the music. I just like to interview people. I like meeting people. So, what was your process on starting?
Well, I got so many different ways on that. And none of what I'm finna say is in order. But I know I wanted. I felt like I wasn't choosing choosing my voice, like to speak up, or I feel like I wasn't. Even when I go to certain platforms, I wasn't given the space to just talk in a sense, or they want to ask me certain questions that allow me to elaborate in certain areas. So I felt like I wanted to have a bigger voice. So that's one thing. I feel like if I started something that forced me to talk, then more people will start getting to know who I am as well as other people. So that's one, and also to coordinate with that, it was because the same thing. I felt other artists maybe felt the same way. People wasn't they weren't getting asked the right questions, or they weren't given that space to really talk about themselves and their journeys, so not just stuff that's outside of them, and other big artists that's bigger than them and stuff like that. They get to talk about themselves. um, and then also to build community. I'm a producer. To me, I feel like as a producer, even as a film producer, like to me, I think you got to be connected. You got to be connected to the people that can possibly help with records and write, vocals, whatever it is, being videos, content, whatever it is. So it builds a network. A lot of these people got other things going on. Maybe I can add value to what they got going on. So community as well. So, and then that's kind of like the gist. It was a little more, but that's kind of like the gist.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. So the reason we started it, because I ain't gonna lie, we started it because we had one previously, like in 2016, but
hmm
that one got shut down, and then we just started. COVID hit. We was like, shit, why
Oh,
not?
so y'all started back then doing COVID.
Yeah, yeah. It'll be 5 years we've been doing a podcast.
Oh, okay. Shit, so y'all seasoned. Shit,
Oh yeah,
okay.
we've been shit, we've been on it.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So what got y'all into it though?
um, we talk on the phone, like me, my brother, and my homeboy. We talk on the phone every day. So like,
Okay.
we always got a lot of shit to talk about. So why not just put it on the podcast? It's like raw and unfiltered. That's that pod, the FOH podcast. That's that.
I feel you. I feel you.
Anything,
uh,
it's like it's a no holds bar crazy thing. So that's why I like when I did Sayso Radio, I want to focus on like music, movies, and entertainment. But like
all right. All right. All
FOH
right.
podcast is music, movies, entertainment, and a lot of bullshit.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. Okay. And that's the one I be seeing with you and like other people in
correct.
there. Okay. Okay.
Correct.
Bad. 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 I
Correct. That
understand.
one is very, very unfiltered. Like very unfiltered. Like because I was gonna have you come on that one, but we got a guest tonight. So I was like,
Okay.
I need to build my space up anyway.
Yeah, you good. You good. Hey, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping on
Do
none of
that.
that.
You can do that. So I saw recently you just had a guest on your podcast. This young lady. She's a singer. I forgot her name.
Oh, Crystal Renee.
Crystal Renee. Like she sounds good. So how did that? How do you got her to get the interview? Because she's like I saw you in the studio at first, and then you did
Uh,
you right after, right?
yeah, yeah, we ended up doing it because I had her there. So I said that was pretty much all about music, you know what I'm saying? Because, I be sending tracks out to different people and stuff like that. And I've been wanting to work with because I found her voice very, great to my ears. Like, I thought she was dope. And when I first seen that she was performing, and she performed this song, I think it was called like Masculine Man or something about a masculine man or like alpha male or something. And honestly, I took a liking to her. And over time, I mean, just through DM, just build a relation to finally let's get in the studio. And that was actually our first time actually hooking up after that time. I met her at the place. So it took like years, it probably like 4 years, maybe 3 years. But we finally got in the studio and I got the podcast. So I was able to interview her and stuff like that.
Okay,
But
that's dope. Meet new people. Keep doing that, bro. Because that platform is good to, especially for upcoming or even artists that been made to just keep doing that. Because I can see it growing. Just the whole setup,
yeah.
thing like that. That's dope.
But
So
see, that's the thing. I wasn't planning on even doing it like I had no real destination of it. I knew what I wanted from it, but I didn't know like it's almost like now I have to keep it going because now it's like it's becoming something. More people is like reaching out to me. You
right.
know what I'm saying? They find it interesting. They to talk about episodes and stuff like that. So it's almost like, well, okay, and I'm close to 10, and 10 to me is like a milestone for me. So once I hit 10, I'm gonna be like celebrating, So,
That's good, man. Shit, ain't nothing wrong with that at all, man. Ain't nothing.
oh, for sure, appreciate it.
You gotta beat the competition up, man. Speaking of beats, it's a good segue to your productions, your
Yeah,
your beats. So when you what was the process of you making your beats? Like, do you? Because I noticed your beats are not like every other trap. Doom, doo, 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 doo. They're not like
yeah,
that type of beat. They're very unique. So, what makes you want to separate yourself from other producers? Because your sound is different. It reminds me of how I used to make my beats
great.
until I got like caught up in it need to sound like a trap type
Okay.
808 stuff. So what made you want to take that route to keep making your beats the way you make them?
Man, that's a lovely question, man. I love all that trap stuff. I love music, period. I love all the different genres, man. But uh all my life, I always went the opposite of what was supposedly cool or trending. You know what I'm saying? So that was always me. Yeah, I walk a path by myself before I walk where everybody else at. So that's the same thing when it comes to music. It's always about trying to find my new way, my new sound, my new this. It's always my. So I guess I'm a little selfish or something in that area where it's like it's all about me and how I want this sound. I love 808s, but I'm not gonna go make trap music.
Right.
I'm gonna try to find a way to make 808s work for my sound or whatever it is, and whatever I create, Moultrie beats, I want it to be uh but it is a competitive figure next to the trap and the Afro beats. Just have his own type of genre lane. If I can get like the right sounding artists to kind of like get on there and do their thing. Don't judge them because it ain't trap.
Right.
Like go and talk your talk. You feel me? And do you. And let's find that area, those pockets that's gonna really make it jam. You know what I'm saying? So
See,
that's pretty much.
that's what I like because I like when I first heard him, I was like, okay, his beats are different. They kind of reminded me how when I used to make beats, like, okay, they different.
Yeah.
I was like, I see where you going with it because it ain't gotta be what you expect. You ain't gotta be like, oh, this shit bang. You gotta be like, okay, I see
Yeah,
what he's doing. I see exactly what he's doing. He's being different, and no matter
for
like,
sure.
don't stop there. Like, just keep that because, like you said, once you get the right artist or you hook up with the right person to rap on
Mhm.
beats or make music on these beats, that's what's gonna make it stand out because it sounds different.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
and I like that. I like that. I want to be branded. So when you
right.
hear some of my, it's a brand.
Like,
So
oh, that's a Moultrie beat. That's a Moultrie.
yeah,
That's a
for
Moultrie.
sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
like keep that same stigma because there's like that's just gonna separate you from everybody. Like everybody,
Hmm.
like people didn't like Timberland beats, didn't like if they Pharrell beats sounded weird at time and point.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's how
And
like
those my some of my favorite producers, though, like Timberland, Kanye, and stuff like that. Say Manny Fresh because he was able to like it was just this bounce he had. I guess that's the New Orleans bounce
right.
or whatever. But Manny Fresh, them is who inspired me. Of course, Timberland and Kanye West as I got older, and I was a rapping producer, so I kind of was able to kind of like put myself in the same area as Kanye for what he's been able to do for the industry. So, yeah.
Sir, yes, sir. So with your beats, sorry, with your beats and your rapping skills, how many projects have you done so far in your music career?
Just period. One, two, three, three, four. I'm gonna say about six if you just count the last one. Ain't a whole lot for myself as a rapper producer. Far as on all platforms, you're probably only gonna have maybe two because I started back when I was selling them, what I'm saying, out of the car and stuff like that with CDs.
Right, right.
So, what I'm saying? So those projects was in CD area. I have been told, and I'm going to get to it to try to bring those over to the streaming world,
Right.
what I'm saying, and drop them on the streaming world so it can show on the streaming world. But other than that, what I'm saying, you'll probably see like two two actual albums streaming on all platforms right now.
Okay. So that brings a good segue. You got a bunch of projects that the world never heard yet. So you
Yeah,
might have a hit on your hand.
in those.
Yeah, you might have a hit
Yeah.
just on one of them CDs. So
That's true. That's true. So I gotta re-release them. I gotta bring it over to the streaming world so at least it can be there so people can listen to them as much because even Swerving was like a fan favorite at the time.
right.
So that's not even on all platforms because that was like it was just on YouTube and on the CD back then. So yeah,
So we had was YouTube and MySpace and SoundCloud back then. That's the way
yeah. Yeah.
it's
And my
good.
old since the SoundCloud page is still up, but what I found, cause I went away from SoundCloud, but I just started realizing a lot of people is now back on SoundCloud listening, like listeners. They only listen to SoundCloud. I'm like you only like I'm like, dang, well, I gotta kind of spread it around and put more stuff on SoundCloud now, cause I guess more listeners are going to SoundCloud.
Yeah, that's how
So
SoundCloud still it. Like I think it's either Sound Click. I know we had a
I
Sound.
remember SoundClick. I remember
Yeah,
Sound. I did that for beats, I think.
yeah, we had our songs on there. We had like oh this is like oh 05, oh 06. So like that's
Yeah.
20 years ago. So like cause we ain't start rapping till well, I've been rapping since 98, but I ain't started really rapping till like 2003. So
Okay.
like SoundClick, we got like still got our songs on there. SoundCloud, we got a few songs on there, but I think if you like don't show a lot of activity or we forgot our password or something. So
Yeah, I feel you on that too.
there's another thing. How many songs you probably had that you don't have anymore? Basically, like a song that you recorded and you can't find it. How many of those do you have?
Wow. If I need to find it, I can find it. The only ones that ain't gonna be found is the ones that got lost when my computer crashed. And but I'm so far ahead of those now. What I'm saying those was probably back when I was trying to find my own voice.
Right.
So so I could probably use some of the concepts maybe, but I'm not even the same person, so those are not really missed. So yeah,
Never know,
but
man.
that's it. Well, other than that, old stuff and different things. If I need to find them, they somewhere on some hard drives. But that's like a museum. I have to dig.
Mhm. And another thing I want to talk about, man, like how you had your son with you doing the interviews, man. I think that's dope to have your family with you when you're doing something you love, man. That was really cool to see father
For
son
sure.
thing together, man. Because like my daughter, she's 15 too. So like
Oh,
she'll be like, if I tell her come somewhere, she's a girl though. She'll be like, I ain't going anywhere. I ain't going
okay.
I'm on the computer. I'm not going anywhere. So
Yeah.
I think that's cool, man. That's cool to do that. And, like he can learn from that, and he can like build from that, and seeing his pops doing something like that, it might inspire him to just do something on his own, man. I thought that was dope, man. I thought that was cool.
No, I mean, I think that that's the purpose. I mean, I think those type of moments is bigger than like tangible things you can leave someone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like showing them a know-how, you know what I'm saying? Showing them that you got to get up and go create, go work, go do what you say you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Those things is what gets you to riches or even just having a life period, you know what I'm saying? Not being lost and doing stuff, you know what I'm saying, during your idle times, you know what I'm saying? Just stay busy, stay working, stay grinding, stay thinking, stay learning. You know what I'm saying? So you can get to where you're going. But once you indulge yourself in that purpose area, then it's like, I mean, you really ain't got time for a whole lot of other stuff, really. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can relate, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I want them to get that just in case nothing else come out of this, you know how to get up and go do something, you know. So yeah.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Well, man, first thing I want to say is, man, thank you for coming on. I wish I could talk longer, but I only got a 40-minute limit on this Zoom thing.
Nah, you good, brother. You good.
before,
Let me
before we
chill.
go, before we go, man, let everybody know what you got going on, where they can follow you at, where they can listen to your music, where they can, if they want to hit you up for a podcast interview, let everybody know.
All right. Well, you can first follow me at KME underscore Moultrie, KME underscore my name, Moultrie, Moultrie. And that's on Instagram. And if you want to get to me as far as the show, you can go and DM me on Instagram or YouTube's and all that. It's the same handle pretty much, or Moultrie Beats. And or you can go to my website, www.crazymusicentertainment.com, crazy with a K, music with a K, and you can go ahead and book there and also book a studio session as well and see some of the beats that I have in the catalog there. So some new ones is coming soon as well. And that's pretty much how you can contact me. And what I got up coming up next is, of course, more songs, hopefully with more artists, because I'm looking to have a season. I'm planting these seeds and looking for a season where it's like you start hearing all these different artists coming out and they on Moultrie beats. You know, you're gonna start hearing this my daddy beat everywhere, you know.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's the plan, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for. Of course, I just dropped at the top of the year, right before the new year. My last single was High. That's streaming on all platforms, all platforms, literally, Pandora, everything. Um, I got two videos for it out, so check those out. And I'm silently working on my project, but I've been mostly focusing on beats and other artists. But I am slowly and quietly working on my own project. I kind of silently gave myself a date, but I'm not really ready to say it because, like I said, right now my priority is serving the other artists right now. So yeah, that's what I'm at with.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that. So, with that being said, we want to say, man, thank you for coming on Say So's Radio, man, and we appreciate you, Moultrie. Thank you for
Yes, sir.
keep doing what you're doing. Let's give him another round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate it.
Oh man, anytime, brother. And like I said, keep doing what you're doing. Stay focused. Don't give up. Keep it going. Keep faith. And trust me, bro. You got it. And I'm still using one of your beats for my movie. So I'm just letting you.
I'm down with that, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna show it to one of your auditions. I don't care. I'm finna come back and all, man. You put out an audition, I'm sliding, you know?
Cool. That's cool with me, bro. My next project, as soon as I get a camera, I'm going to
Yeah.
project.
All right, bro. I wish you well on your journey, brother.
Oh man, same to you, bro. But like in the meantime, in between time, y'all make sure y'all follow Moultrie's podcast. Y'all stay tuned to the FOH podcast, Say So Radio. And this is it, baby. There we
Here
go.
we go, here we go. This is our show on the radio.